afternoon, my friends, and happy Wednesday. I hope you're all doing well. Today has been a pretty productive day, even though it is really quite warm today. It's like 30 plus degrees and you know, it's hot. Today I've managed to film for the block tutorial that hopefully will come out next week. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I don't know whether I like the block or not. There are elements to it that I don't really like, that I'm not really very happy with, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, I'm like, do I just scrap it and do something different, or just stick with what we've got and just sort of talk you through the issues that I've had? I don't know what to do, but I'll figure that out, don't worry. Today I also got to play with my brand new tripod for my big girl camera. That was actually one of the other big reasons why I hadn't been doing block tutorials recently, is because my tripod broke. Well, my old one did. It was so cheap and I just used it so much that one of the mechanisms had split, and so I just couldn't use it. So I finally pulled my finger out and bought myself a new tripod, and this one is like pretty epic. It's really big and chunky, but I really like it. I don't know how many of you will be interested in this, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is my new tripod. How cool is that? This is the angle that I have it on when I'm filming, and this whole section here where the camera sits, it's so big and chunky. I'm just not used to it. My old tripod was like so much skinnier and like shorter, but this one, it's like a big beefy boy. It's got padding here, and on the side here it's got like a fancy handle where I can like move it around and stuff. But yeah, this has been a really nice novelty thing to be using today and testing out. Now that I finished all of the filming and stuff for the blog, I need to transfer all of the footage over onto my computer, and then we'll get started with the editing process. And it's the bit that I usually don't really look forward to all that much, because it just takes a lot of time and a lot of like brain power, but it's all worth it, because once it's all finished and done, I'm usually really quite proud of myself and really happy with what I can sort of produce and give to you guys, and you will love it. So that's what makes it worth it. Well, good morning, my friends, and happy Friday. It's the 11th of February today, and I hope you're doing well. I'm so sorry for not putting a vlog out yesterday. I did have some footage to put out, but it was only like 3 minutes of stuff, and I didn't want to put out just 3 minutes of footage, so I decided to tack it onto the start of this vlog. So you've already seen what I did on Wednesday, and so we're just going to carry on with Friday today. So earlier this morning I have been out and about. I had something in my PO box to pick up, which I am about to open now, and then later on today we're going to do some Disney stuff, because it's Disney Friday. I have a couple of embroidery projects that I want to test out, so I'll be sharing that with you. And if we get time, I'm going to try and make some Dole Whip, but that's if we get time. My parents have been all like, when are you going to make that dessert? Because they absolutely love pineapple and ice cream, so I think they're really going to love it. But I'm like, you'll have to wait. So we'll see. It just depends on how busy today gets, because I'm having issues figuring out what to do with the block tutorial that I've done. I spent the last couple of days just getting it all finalized and filming it. It's all filmed. It's just now ready to be edited, but I'm not happy with it. I don't like the block. There's just a few little things that I'm just not happy about. It's just like little techniques and just different sort of steps that I do that sort of then, I don't know, impacts the overall result. It's hard to describe, but yeah, I've decided to scrap the tutorial that I've done, or that I've just filmed, and I'm going to do another one. Last night in bed I had a quick scroll through Pinterest and I found another block that looks really quite cool and simple and is still Valentine's Day themed. So again, if I get time, we'll try and film that today. I still have to really finalize the block. And yeah, then get that edit done over the weekend. Anyway, enough of my problems. Let's open this lovely package that I got in my PO box today. It is from my lovely friend Nikki in Queensland. She just sent me a message saying, I'm sending you something in my PO box. I got one and I thought you'd love one too. So I don't know what it is. It's from Booktopia, and yeah, it's very exciting. If you didn't know, Booktopia is like an online bookstore here in Australia. They're great. They always have wonderful things on their website. So I'm very excited to see what's in here. I'm just going to say thank you so much, Nikki, for thinking of me and for sending me something very exciting. I am so grateful. Oh, look. Something exciting. What is it? Ooh, what are these? Is it? They're note cards. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at them. It's a box of note cards with like vintage patterns on them. That's what it looks like on the back. Are these the envelopes? Oh my goodness. Are they pattern pieces? Oh wow. Oh, that's so clever. So they're little note cards. And so you got the pattern picture on the front, and then you turn it around. Look, you got all of the sizing and measurements and stuff. That is so cool. So there's a couple of different designs. There's that one there as well. There's a men's one. I always struggle with getting cards for men, so I like that. I'm quite intrigued to see what the envelopes look like. There's that one there as well with all the tops. Very cool. And then these are the envelopes. So that's the front, and then turn it around and that's the back. That is so cool. I love it so much. Thank you, Nikki. Oh, the novelty of these are amazing. It's like right up my street. And I love note card sets like this. Like, this is make me very happy. So thank you so much. That is so lovely of you to think of me and send this to me. I really do appreciate it. I really love the box too that it comes in. I mean, that's a keeper. I know I've said it like a broken record, but thank you so much, Nikki. I really do appreciate it. Oh, fun. Okay, so I thought because I have decided to scrap this block and start all over again, do something completely different, I'm going to show you the block that I was going to do a tutorial for, and I'll sort of show you what I mean by the bits that I'm just not happy with. So this is the block we were going to do. It is the XO block because, you know, hugs and kisses. The reason why I've decided to scrap this block is because of this. Even though I've cut it down correctly and all that stuff, I'm not happy with how to explain this and to have this not sort of be an issue with people when they make it. I'm also not happy with how it doesn't join up here. It possibly is all to do with how I'm cutting or trimming each individual unit. I was trying to trim them down in a way that was easy enough to understand, and it just didn't quite work. So you'll see it doesn't really quite join up here or here. And yeah, I just really don't like how these things are happening. I could always make these pieces like longer, but it just starts to get all a little bit too complicated and muddled. So I'm going to work on that, and it might be one that I'll come back to and try again, but I'm just not happy with it. I did do a trial and it worked okay, so that's why I was like, oh, that could just be just me with my, you know, because I'm a human. I just made a slight mistake, but it shouldn't be an issue. But no, it was an issue. It's a good idea, but I'm going to just scrap it and try something different for the moment. I still will be using the same fabrics though, because I love this sort of crosses and the strawberries together. It's very sort of like romantic and valentine-y, and I just like how they're sort of like real contrast. And the block that we're making really needs to have two contrasting fabrics in it to make it look good. So yeah, hopefully I've sort of explained that well. I'm a little bit disappointed because I have spent the last 2 days just prepping it and getting it right and filming it and just getting it ready to the stage just to be edited, and yeah, now I'm all like, I don't like it and I don't want to put up a video or a tutorial that I just don't think works. Like, I want to be really sure of what I'm doing and sure that the instructions that I put out and the blocks that I put out, people will be able to make it without having any issues. So I think if I'm having issues, then so will other people. I want to get it perfect. I need to get it right, and if I'm able to get it perfect and right, then I know that you guys will be able to as well. It's just the high standards that I sort of set for myself, and the tutorials and information that I want to put out there. So yeah, anyway, I am now going to get out my beautiful embroidery machine, and we're going to do some lovely Disney embroidery things. So for today's little project, I've decided to repurpose a couple of old tea towels that we have in our kitchen drawer. There's this one and this one. They're plain and boring and just need a little bit of love and zhuzhing up. So I'm going to put some Disney designs on them. This week my amazing UK bestie Aisha has been working away putting together some wonderful Disney designs and sending them to me, and they're all on my lovely little USB here, and we're going to pop it in the machine and I'm going to choose two of my favorites and see how they stitch out. It's something that I've been wanting to do all week, but I was like, no, wait until Friday because it's Disney Friday and we can share our beautiful Disney designs on Disney Friday. I'm thinking for both we have to do Mickey and Minnie. Do you like my Minnie shirt that I'm wearing today? This is from Shop Disney UK. I love it, she's cool. But yes, I'm gonna have a bit of a scroll through and pick out two of my favorites. I do have one in mind. There's a Steamboat Willie design because Steamboat Willie is my favorite Mickey, and Sorcerer Mickey, he is also my favorite. But I was also thinking of maybe doing Winnie the Pooh because he is like my second favorite. He is the OG of fandoms for me. I loved Winnie the Pooh since I was like 8, 9, 10 maybe? I don't know, but we'll see. We'll have a quick little squeeze through and decide what we're going to do. So this is the Winnie the Pooh one I've decided to do. It's him with his balloon up in the clouds and he's got a bee on his nose, I think. Yeah, such a classic Winnie the Pooh design. And I love the illustrations where he's flying with the balloon. I actually have this as an ornament. Here it is. It's hanging on my cork board. And this is like a Christmas decoration I got from Shop Disney. He's got the bee on his nose. His little top is all like fuzzy felt, and then he's hanging from a balloon. So definite favorite. So I definitely think that this is perfect to make, and I think I'm going to pop it on this tea towel. I think that will be really sweet. So I'm going to give the tea towel a bit of a press, and then we'll get colours out and we'll get stitching. I'm very excited. Alright, so the machine is all prepped and ready to go. I'm going to do the colours as we go because our first colour says it's this one. It's a pink colour, but it's going to be Winnie the Pooh's shirt, and his shirt isn't pink. So I'm going to do each colour as it goes just to see what is what, because I don't know how to check like what step is what section, you know. I still haven't quite figured that out, whether you can or not. So as far as I know, the first one is his shirt, because this little area here tells me what it's going to be sewing, and that looks like his shirt to me. So instead of pink, I put in red, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I am actually going to change the colors of the cloud and the balloon. I'm going to make it more like the little ornament that I have. It's going to be a blue balloon instead of red, but we'll see how things go as we go along. So we're going to hit the big old green button here and see how we go. Okay, so we've done the first 3 colours and there he is. little Winnie the Pooh. I'm actually really quite pleased with that. Before I go on, I'm going to cut all of these jump stitches. I also changed the colour of his skin and his feet to what it said on the machine. They're way too dark. Like the colour that they were suggesting for his body was too orange, and then his feet were like a really dark brown. I'm like, no, that's not Winnie the Pooh. So I changed it up to colours that I thought looked better, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. So yeah, now I'm just going to cut all of these jump stitches so that he is ready for his outline. The next step that it's taking me to now is the balloon, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that in this nice big bright blue, because it's very much like the balloon from the ornament. And then for the clouds, I'm going to do this really light blue type. It's almost like a sky blue colour. I think that will look really nice. And here he is in all his glory. He's very cute. I am overall quite happy with the design. There are a couple of things I'm not quite happy about. If we get a little bit closer, you'll see that it's not quite sort of like covering these sections here. It's off a little bit here. The line didn't quite meet here between his shirt and his belly, and then up here where the balloon is, it just didn't quite reach the edge. But I'm not sure whether that's like on purpose or it's just because the design is just a little bit off. I'm really not sure, but you know, from far away it looks pretty legit, and you know, just on an old tea towel, who can complain? There are two tiny little jump stitches here that are just way too small and too like tight for me to get to cut, so I'm gonna have to leave them there, unfortunately. Like I said, from far away you can't tell. You're only gonna be washing the dishes with it, so yeah, I'm really happy with that. Happy days. So it's almost 1:30, which means it's lunchtime. My belly is a rumbling, so I'm gonna take a break, have some lunch, and then come back and do a green tea towel and do the Mickey design that I have picked out. I'm really excited for it. It's just a nice classic Mickey, nothing too fancy, and yeah, hopefully he turns out just as well as this little guy. Okay, my friends, lunch has been eaten. It's a little bit later on in the afternoon, and I've just set the machine up to do my Mickey design. So just looking at it, this one's only got 4 colours. Only take 8 minutes, so hopefully it'll be nice and quick. But after I do Mickey, I think I'm going to put Mickey Mouse along the bottom. I'm not sure. We'll see. Bit off topic, but how good is Pocky? It's so yummy. If you've never heard of Pocky before, it's essentially just a pretzel stick covered in chocolate, and they're so Moorish. The strawberry ones are really good as well. You want to know how much I love chocolate? These are great. Alright, let's get stitching. Here's the Mickey we're doing. He's not as big as what Winnie the Pooh was, so he's just a tiny little Mickey, and then I'm hoping to do the Mickey Mouse underneath. And yeah, only 4 colours, which is great. There's our Mickey. He looks pretty cool, and then Mickey Mouse on the bottom. I really like that. Super cute. I do feel like this one has stitched out a little bit better than the Winnie the Pooh one, but it still looks like Mickey. From far away you can't really tell any of the sort of bits that don't sort of match or anything like that. The only thing I am kind of annoyed about is the first colour, which was red. For some reason it did this weird sort of like loopy stitch around here, and so you can see like bits of red like under his arm in here, and it's just, I can't cut that away because it's under all these threads, so I don't know why it did that. It's a little bit annoying, but you know, it is what it is. he still looks good. And then I'm really happy with how Mickey Mouse turned out. That looks so good. I am so happy with the results I've been able to achieve today. 2 old tea towels repurposed and reimagined into 2 brand new tea towels that I am going to absolutely love. And I hope that this has inspired you to sort of maybe, I don't know, zhuzh up some of your old daggy tea towels and make them into something cool like this. I've just sort of like been sitting here just admiring just how awesome these are. I think they look better in real life than they do on the camera, but you know, as these things always do. But I have to say, I am so happy that I bought this little sewing machine. It was something that I've always wanted to get into, and then when my friend Aisha in the UK bought one, I was like, you've enabled me, I'm getting one too. And so we've been learning and figuring it out together, and without her I wouldn't have been able to get these wonderful designs and just have fun with these today. I bought this machine during lockdown last year, and it has to be one of the best purchases that I ever made last year, and also I think ever, because there's just such a realm of possibility with this machine. You can literally stitch anything as long as it's like the correct size for the machine. I mean, like, the sky's the limit. I can be as creative as I want, and it's very exciting. I'm so happy with it. So thank you, Aisha, for enabling me and for pushing me to, she didn't push me. She was a great encouragement, and I'm so glad that I did. We're both having fun with our machines. So yes, it's definite food for thought to be able to try and figure out how to get more out of this machine, because it's just brilliant. If you're ever thinking about getting an embroidery machine, I'd highly recommend it. If you can afford it and you have the time and are willing to like really delve into it and get as much out of it as possible, I would highly encourage it and recommend it. So yes, so I'm going to end today on a high. I know that I said I was going to make Dole Whip, but I think I'm going to leave it for this week. I will try my very best to do it next week. The reason why I'm ending today here in the afternoon is I actually want to edit this video, put this vlog out actually today. It's 3:45, so it might be a late upload, but I want to get it out today so I can just have the weekend to concentrate on the block tutorial, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to redo it and do something completely different. So wish me luck. Hopefully I'll be able to get it finished for Monday. If it's a little bit late, then you'll know why I'm not getting it up in time. But thank you for joining me today, and I hope I have inspired you in some way to repurpose some of your old tea towels or whatever you've got lying around the house. I hope you all have a safe and lovely weekend, and I'll see you all again on Monday. Bye bye.